would God above know what happened.
There are plenty of theories about what sent the Edmund Fitzgerald to the bottom of Lake Superior, and none of them matter much 40 years later. What matters is the enduring memory of the lives lost when the ship went down.
But I think it's more important just to remember that that was a crew of 29 men that were going about their jobs, and in a lot of cases, they were looking forward to getting home.
Where the Fitzgerald is down, I imagine that there's a thought passes every ship's captain when he's passing over the area up there. You think, well, geez, here's one of our ships, one of our better ships in the lakes. They'll always be remembered to a certain extent. I don't think you should make martyrs out of them, because they're not martyrs. They were doing a job, and they got hurt.
I know they knew they had risks of dying. I know my dad did because I had spoke to him about it, but they understood it, and that was their way of life.
The Edmund Fitzgerald sits under 535 feet of water, a gravesite that begs to remain undisturbed. 20 years after the wreck, divers removed the ship's bell, the soul of the vessel, to create a memorial at Whitefish Point that everyone could visit.
Over time, the Edmund Fitzgerald has become not a story of a ship and a crew lost in a horrific Great Lakes storm, but really the story of a ship and a crew lost in storms everywhere. It has become, in effect, America's story of shipwreck, America's story of maritime industry, and how powerful nature can be.
Remembering those crew members and honoring their memory, and doing the same thing for all of these other individuals who went down on shipwrecks through the centuries. That's probably one of the most important things we can do.
That bell was probably ringing when it went down, and when they brought it up, and the minute it hit the surface, it rang again, and it was like, I'm still here. I'm still ringing for the guys.
As long as we keep remembering the Fitzgerald like we're doing now, 40 years later, 50 years later, 100 years later, the memory and the crew and the ship live on. I don't know how else to say it. As long as we remember, they're still alive out there. They're still out there sailing.